Wanting to buy more Splinterland cards, packs, DEC, SPS, you name it, I'm going to show you how, even if you don't have the funds, how you can start blogging and earning and then putting that into the game. Let's get started. Hello, kamusta, hola, moin, privyet. Glad that you guys are here for another Loop to Plays Earn. Luke to Plays Earn? How about Luke Plays to Earn video? There we go. And as you guys know, I'm here to help my krill crew, the small investors, not to be food of a whale, but to ourselves become a whale one day. And in Splinterlands, I'm here to help those who don't have much funds to put into the game. And so one way we can get around that is by earning crypto through Hive blogging, which we'll get into more, and then using that to do whatever you want. If you want to buy more DEC, if you want to buy more SPS, packs, just cards, this is a great way to do it. And so before we start, I want to shout out Game Boy Ali. There's many people who told me about SPLINTERTALK, but Ali was the one that really helped me put it all together. And so shout out to Ali. If you guys want to go follow him on Twitch, show him some love, because I'm only able to pass this strategy on to you because of the help that Ali brought to me. So that would be helpful if you guys show Ali some love on Twitch, and just a great Splinterlands streamer in general. So you should be following Ali anyways. Secondly, you're going to need the extension in Chrome or Brave or whatever, the Hive Keychain. If you have not set one up, you can watch some of my previous videos in the Splinterlands Beginner's Guide using peak monsters. I'm probably going to make a dedicated video, but I haven't yet, just on the Hive Keychain. But all you got to do in case you don't have one is go to your request account keys in Splinterlands, submit a request. It will take you to your email. They will give you the account keys, and then all you got to do is put it into the Hive Keychain once you've downloaded it to Chrome or Brave or the browser of your choice. Make sure you have the posting key in there at least, so that you can post these blogs, because it uses the Hive blockchain to do these posts on these blogs. Now, the sites that you're going to be using, even though once you make one blog, it should post across all three of them if you do it right, is SplinterTalk. There is the oneup.zone, peaked.com, which is also the same essentially as Hive blogs. From what I see, all the earnings are the same, but I like using Peaked just because I use peak monsters. But the Hive blog is another site. And then 3Speak is if you're going to make video content, you can do it through that, and it'll post to these other sites as well. There's also Leo Finance, but I have not been able to really find success on this site. It seems like it's more about finance in general, not really as much about Splinterlands. But you can see some people are posting about it. So for whatever reason, I just haven't gotten it to work very well, and I would stick to the other ones. If you want to dabble into it, go ahead, but I just have not found as much success on Leo Finance. Now, once you get onto these sites, you can see blogs already posted here. You can see kind of the headline news, the popular section here on SplinterTalk. You can see the latest, and then over here you're going to see a pending payout here. If you scroll over, these are SplinterTalk tokens. Same thing in the Oneup zone. They'll give you Oneup tokens, and Peaked and Hive will give you actual Hive dollars. So you can scroll through here, look at other people's posts, see what is successful, what is not, or maybe what does better. For me personally, I've noticed that my videos or my posts about the financial side about Splinterlands tends to be a little bit stronger than if I just upload a little bit of a strategy guide. So that is one tip that I've found success in, but it might be different for you based on your writing style and based how you engage with a community. So to get going, we're going to log into SplinterTalk. Again, you can really use any of these sites, Oneup, SplinterTalk, Peaked, and start posting from there. And as soon as you put the tag in, it goes across all of the different sites. So this one I'm going to use my alt account because I have not used a blog on here. So I want to start fresh just for this tutorial. We're going to log in with our keychain. This pop-up is just saying, hey, you're going to allow this site to use your account keys to post your blog. Are you okay with that? Of course, you're going to click confirm. If you don't want to see this message anymore, just check that box. And there we go. We are signed in. We can go to our profile. If you want to change your profile picture and all of this, you can. But because this is just for a one-time tutorial, I'm not going to worry about that. But if you're constantly posting and you want to get people to know who you are, I would make sure that you set up a good profile, because you want to relate. You want people to follow you and come back to your content, because the more people that read your content and upvote it, the more you're going to earn. Now, to write a blog, all we're going to do is click on the little pencil, and here you go. We are in the creation of our first article on this account. Now for this article, some people have been asking me, is it still worth it to buy up some DEC and hodl it for the SPS airdrop? So I'm going to write a quick article about that. So you want a catchy title. Some people call it clickbait. I call it catchy. You know, it helps drives the views, whatever, you know, you got to do. We're Krill here. We're trying to earn hard. You know, don't clickbait people and put false information and make your article about something else. But, you know, try to write an, you know, enticing title, something that people will want to read and click on. Now from here, you can write the article any way you want, but for me, I like to start with the images. You can upload images into your article. The first one that you add will be the thumbnail, the thing that people will see when people look at your article here on the main page. So for me, the title is great, but having a good thumbnail is, you know, kind of the content creator's main goal and dream. You know, something that is attractive and, you know, people will want to look on, will make them click on it and want to read your content, hopefully. So normally for this, I would use my own program, Affinity, for my thumbnails, but because that costs, you know, I think not crazy, but $40, which again, you know, if you're doing this, why not just put the $40 into Splinterlands? So instead I'm going to use Canva, which is just a free site to use for YouTube thumbnails. It can be the same thing for this game. I can click here on the background, really put anything in. I'm going to search Google for DEC crypto, come to Splinterlands here in the Google search. I'm going to go for a transparent file so I can just upload it. I think Llama is always a fun character just to kind of make it pop out onto the screen. Drag my photo of DEC in here, drag my llama, and then click on some text, whatever, by DEC question mark. And then we will copy paste this dark energy crystal, because why not? Again, not a super sexy design, but I'm just doing this for free. I think you can continue to use Canva for free. They may ask you to do a pro version. I think you get a trial at least. I don't know. I don't usually use Canva, but even if they do charge, maybe you can just make multiple free accounts and keep doing this if needed. Download my PNG. And there you go. Now that I'm back to my SplinterTalk, I can upload the PNG I just created in Canva for free. It'll take a moment for it to upload, but then there we should have it. This is going to be my thumbnail. Now, not bad for a, you know, a program I don't use, and I did this in about, you know, 2 minutes. It's not that hard. But again, just having a enticing title and a little thumbnail, I think will help you get a lot more attention on the site, which again is going to help you earn more and put it into the game. Now I like copying and pasting the title. You can put it right underneath the photo. You can make it a nice header that's big. You can bold it. Just make sure you don't actually put a space in here because it's kind of this, I think, what is this, HTML formatting? I don't know any coding, but if you put spaces, sometimes it won't make it bold. It'll give the symbols next to it. So make sure you don't put any spaces, but that way it just kind of gives a nice title feel to the whole page. And then you can start blogging and explaining what you're doing in this article. Another hack, if you're on Windows, if you didn't know this, you can hit the window key, Shift and S. That will give you a screenshot of your screen that you can click and drag. It may have frozen me there. I don't know, my video. Then if I want a photo, I can also just upload that quick snapshot I just took. And there you go. That's how I simply, in just a quick 2 steps, took a screenshot that I didn't have to edit in a program, just took the space that I wanted, and now it's right there in my article as well. I actually just learned if you do that same screenshot trick and you just paste it, you don't even have to save the image. It will just use the print screen function from your computer and paste it right in there. So even quicker than before. I especially like doing that in longer articles because it breaks up the text. People from my generation and those younger, we are so used to on the internet having so little attention span that reading more than a few sentences, we often start skipping and glazing over. So having a picture in between paragraphs, sadly, that's the point where we are in society. We actually need that little break of some kind of photo to help people stay engaged with the article. All right, so there you go. Finally finished this entire article. Maybe it took me about 40 to 50 minutes. We're also going to edit it over, make sure there's no errors as much as possible. For whatever reason, there's no spell check in here, so you also have to be careful about editing. You have to be a little more careful. But still, I'll show you in a minute. Even though it's taking me a bit of time to write this article, you do potentially get paid a decent amount that is well worth it, even more so than playing the game. So here you go on the right side, you can see the full preview. Again, a nice thumbnail in the beginning, some different titles here just to break it up. You can do that heading setting just to give it a little more appeal. Short little screenshots here to break up the text as much as you can. Write a nice little conclusion, make sure there's no giant spelling errors, all that stuff, and your post shall be ready to go. Then you write a short summary here in SplinterTalk so that it helps it with the SEO, the search engine optimization, and so that people can know what it's about. Then we have the tag section, which this is important because it's gonna get your post out to more people, but this is also where you link it essentially to these other blogs so that you don't have to take the same blog and post it everywhere else. So make sure here, depending on what site you use, if you're using a different site like the Peaked or the Oneup, then you want to put in SplinterTalk. It might automatically already do it if you tag Splinterlands, so I don't know if that's completely necessary, but we're going to do it just in case. Then you're going to tag Oneup. I like tagging Peaked as well, and that way it will automatically show up in your other websites here, the Oneup Zone, Peaked, all of that, and you are going to be earning across all of them. And then you can put whatever tags that you think might be helpful as well. So we had 10 tags. It says don't use numbers or uppercase letters. Then check over your article one more time. You can even look at the link preview if you'd like. Make sure we're good to go, and we're going to hit publish. Again, it'll ask you if you want to, then you just hit the don't show this again, and let's confirm. Then apparently it's going to take some time to load. Come on, let's see it. Hey, there we go. Our post, our first article right there in the beginning, and you can see it already has earned us 0.12 SplinterTalk tokens right away. Someone has already upvoted it for our post. Now you can see here when you scroll over, it'll say pending payout here. So essentially your article has 7 days to earn. It will take up all those total tokens. It will give you half that you can do whatever you want. I'll show you what to do with it. And then the half of the other part of it will stay staked in your account, just so, you know, it encourages people to keep some staked and not flood it on the market. Also, you can use your stake tokens to now go vote on other people's articles so that they can earn and you earn more. So it's just one giant family of SplinterTalk tokens or Peaked tokens or Oneup. I guess not Peaked tokens, it's Hive tokens that they pay out. And so some of that will stay staked, and that way you can also reward other people. So you have to be a little bit patient before you get paid out, but trust me, it is worth it. So then you can come up to the other side. So let's check in on our Oneup zone. Make sure we're getting an article there. Let's check our profile. Okay, it's showing up in our blog here. Again, we're going to Peaked. And then for whatever reason, it's not in our Peaked blog, but it is in our post, so we can still be earning for it here. Then lastly, I haven't spoken about this, but if you want to do a video content, you can use 3Speak, log in, upload a video just like you would to YouTube, and then you can do the same thing. Tag it to SplinterTalk, Oneup, Peaked, and it will post your video blog. You can write a description, and it will post it across all those 3 accounts so you can keep earning more and more. So it really is that simple to start earning. You can do finance videos on SPS and DEC like I do. You can just write content about strategy. You can see people are writing about Kelia, the new summoner, a social media challenge. There's anything really related to Splinterlands. It might not earn a bunch, but if you do it right and you use those tips, making your thumbnail as sexy as possible, getting a good clickbaity title in there, and actually putting great content behind it, I know people will upvote it, and I know you will earn something. I don't know how much, but you will earn something. So you might be wondering, okay, how much can I actually earn? If I'm going to be putting time into this, how do I earn? What does this look like, and what can I do with these tokens? So this is now my main account because this one I've actually been earning on. You can see I've tried to experiment with different things, different games. I'm posting all my videos that I do onto YouTube because why not? And let's see what works out. But again, Splinterlands for me is the best one I'm earning. The other ones are very little, especially ones on SPS, DEC, and rental strategies. Those seem to be earning more. My just simple bronze strategy didn't earn too much there. But like some of these ones, I've actually made a good amount of SplinterTalk tokens on. And so we can see, here's the one I'm going to get paid out on next. This is about 22 hours away. 6,000 Splinterland tokens. We're going to be getting half that will be staked. So we won't have access to half of that right away. But let's say 3,000 tokens, we can go to the SplinterTalk pool. We can go right here. and convert our SPT, Splinter Talk tokens, to SPS. If we're getting 3,000 Splinter Talk tokens, that is just 55 almost SPS that I've added to my account, which with SPS tanking in price, it's not as crazy as much, but it's still a good amount of SPS. Or if I want to convert that to, DEC or to credits, that's $10 worth of cards. That's, 2.5 packs that I can invest into the game. And especially for a Krill, a small investor, this is huge because, essentially you're buying up $10 more of cards. How long would it take if you're stuck in bronze right now to earn $10 just by playing the game? I've been starting that series $11 to $1,000. Let me tell you, I'm not earning a bunch yet, and $10 added to that account would be incredible. You could even buy enough card power to get yourself into bronze 2 and not have to rent anymore. Now, of course, I know I'm a full-time content creator. I know I have my cool profile and name behind it, and people might be upvoting my stuff more so just because people know me. I don't know. We'll see on that alt account if there is a big difference. But I do think if you're putting out good content, it will be rewarded by people. People will upvote it. And I don't think it's just my brand name. I think it's because there's good content. If that was the case, if it was just because of my name, people would be upvoting my other stuff for a lot more than this. So there's definitely duds in here as well that I've had that, honestly, I don't think it's just my name. So, so I think really anyone could earn if you're putting good stuff out there. Now, same thing, you can come to your Peaked site and you can look at your wallet. It'll show you here, is there any pending rewards? You can claim them right now. From one of my small articles I had, what was that, 1.5 cents of Hive backed dollars, HBD. You can also transfer this into your Hive power, which I've done so that you can do more transactions, because doing these blogs will use up some of your Hive resources. So you might want to, the first couple earnings, what I did is I got Hive backed dollars. What I did is converted it into Hive tokens and use those for Hive power. So now you can see I have 27 Hive power tokens so that I can have more resource credits and keep posting, make more transactions on peak monsters, in-game, Splinterlands, all of that. It will allow me to have a bunch of resource credits. I can do as much as I want now really on this account. Then again, you can go to the Oneup, see what I've earned here on Oneup. I haven't been earning as much in Oneup, but let's look at my last post here and see how much I'm going to get. So that same one, I'm going to earn 478 Oneup tokens. So let's say half is about 240. This one, you can't go straight from Oneup to SPS, but you can see I'm going to earn 5 Hive, which I believe is another $6 or $7 depending on where Hive is at in price. Now, all of this earning is in your Hive wallet and it's not in the game. So if you actually want to start spending in the game, what I use is Tribal Dex. So you can come over here to tribaldex.com. You can click on your wallet. Once you start earning, it'll actually show up here in your Hive wallet. Then you can use Tribal Dex to convert it to whatever token you want in the Hive world. You can use even for stable coins, USDT, and just hold that. You can put it into vouchers. You can put it into land if you're able to earn enough. Any of the Hive projects you can put it in. But essentially for this game, most of us are probably going to want to essentially take our earnings and convert it to SPS or to DEC, and then you can get it into the game from there. Now for the peaked post or the Hive blog post, that is where you're earning in Hive and Hive backed dollars. So if you want to know what to do with that, again, you can use that to stake into your Hive keychain and get even more resource credits, which sometimes is obnoxious if you're trying to do a lot of transactions and it's not going through. Instead of waiting, you can just do that. You can convert your Hive backed dollars into those Hive power for staking, or you can take your Hive or your Hive backed dollars into Tribal Dex. And all you got to do for that is click on the wallet and click on deposit. Then you click on Hive. It's pretty easy. I don't have any Hive claimed right now in my account. All we have is Hive backed dollars, but you just put in your Hive balance, how much you want to deposit. There will be a 1% fee. So just a heads up on that. And just to show you can also do that with the Hive backed dollars. This one's a little more complicated. Essentially, you have to ascend it to an account and also to your memo, and it will eventually get to your account. So it's a little more of a process, but you can see I have $2.38. We're just going to send this to the account that's giving me here the graphene swap. We're going to put in my Mimbo so it knows where to send it, what wallet. So make sure that this is exactly how it has posted here. And let's say I want to send that $2.38 here. So here we go, $2.38. Again, double check the username, double check you have the right memo, or it won't show up in your wallet and it might be lost forever. Oh, and there you go. I already had a typo. Swap HBD, not swap HBG. So again, copying and pasting it is probably smarter than writing it out. Now that we've triple checked it, I'm going to confirm. It'll take you back to the screen, but usually it goes through. It just takes a little bit of time before it actually gets into tribal decks. You can see it's taken out of my account here. If we go to our wallet, it probably won't be there yet, but if we wait a minute or two, it will show up here. And there you go, voila. It took about 2 or 3 minutes, but it finally showed up in my account. Again, it took a 1% hit for transferring it into tribal decks, but that's okay. We're talking about free money here, essentially, that we are blogging for, so 1%, not a bad deal. Then we can go from our wallet to click on pools here, and we can click our Hive back dollars. We can't straight go from Hive back dollars to SPS or DEC because there's no liquidity pools. So what we're going to do is transfer our Hive back dollars into Hive first, confirm the swap. Then we can take that swap Hive and convert it into let's convert it into SPS right now. Swapping has been successful. We can come to our wallet. See, now we have 14.73 SPS. We can come back to our account here, and in Splinterlands, we'll see it won't be updated even if we refresh the page. And that's because we need to transfer it from our Hive Keychain now into the game. So we come to the SPS, we click transfer. Let's just do 14.73. We're going to ignore the rest of the decimals. We're going to click on Hive Engine because that's where that SPS is sitting, and we're going to click transfer in and confirm it on the Hive Keychain. There you go. Give it a moment, and now we have received 14.73 SPS just for writing a little bit of Splinterlands content. There you go. I'm going to take that 14.73 SPS and I'm going to convert it into, let's say, $2 worth of credits, just because SPS and DEC has been fluctuating a bit, and I'm going to be using it to probably buy packs anyways. So we're going to use $2 worth of SPS to buy a little more credits. And there you go. We got a notification on Peak that someone has already voted on our post, giving us a total 2 cents. Thank you, C-Time. So there you have it. Hopefully this tutorial is helpful. My heart, again, is to help the krill, the small investor, try to play to earn. So maybe you're just not sure about this game. Maybe you're from a country where it's hard to earn money and actually put into Splinterlands. This is just another revenue stream that I honestly think is better than playing the game itself. And I think it will help some of us krills to actually build a bronze deck, actually build into a low silver level deck for a just amount of time writing. And as you get better, experiment with what works, doesn't work. I think you can actually earn a decent amount to go up, buy packs, or go and spend and try to get those level 2 summoners, whatever you need to do in this game. Hopefully this helps us boost our deck, help us to play to earn more, and will give us a better time in this game. So go ahead and make your first post. Go ahead and tag me in it if you would like to, and I'll go and vote for your first post. Some people have already, like Banano Farmer, have tagged me with the @Luke-WTP, and I will definitely check it out and vote for you as well. So I hope this is helpful. Love you all. Pa'alam, peace out, adios, and I'll see you guys next time.